told you the car Dodge almost killed off is about to become the most talked about SUV in America. Welcome back to Cars Review. And today we're diving into the 2027 Dodge Hornet SUV. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to see why everyone is losing their minds over this thing. The Dodge Hornet hasn't exactly had the smoothest ride since it launched. Sales were slow, critics were harsh, and a lot of people thought Dodge would just quietly cancel the whole project. But instead of giving up, Dodge went back to the drawing board. And what they came back with for 2027 is a completely different animal. Let's start with the design, because this is where the Hornet finally starts making a statement. The front fascia has been completely reworked with a more aggressive fascia, sharper LED lighting signatures, and a wider stance that makes it look like it's ready to pounce. Gone is the soft, almost apologetic look of the previous generation. This new Hornet has attitude, and it's clearly borrowing design cues from the Charger and Durango to tie the whole Dodge lineup together visually. Now here's where things get interesting. The platform. Dodge has reportedly upgraded the Hornet's underpinnings, giving it a stiffer chassis and improved suspension geometry. That means better handling, sharper steering response, and a ride that finally feels like it belongs in the performance-oriented Dodge family instead of feeling like a rebadged Alfa Romeo. And speaking of performance, this is the part everyone's been waiting for. Rumors point to a revised powertrain lineup, with Dodge focusing on extracting more power out of the turbocharged four-cylinder while also expanding the plug-in hybrid Hornet RT version. Early whispers suggest improved electric-only range, faster charging times, and a more aggressive torque delivery when both the gas engine and electric motor work together. For American buyers who want performance without completely giving up efficiency, this could be a serious sweet spot. Inside the cabin, expect a much more premium feel. Dodge is reportedly upgrading the interior materials, adding a larger infotainment display, and integrating more driver-focused technology, all while keeping that sporty, cockpit-style layout Dodge fans love. So far, this is shaping up to be the Hornet's redemption arc. But there's one more piece of this puzzle that could completely change how people see this SUV, and it has to do with pricing and positioning against its biggest rivals. Let's pick up right where we left off, because now it's time to talk numbers, and this is where the 2027 Dodge Hornet really starts to make its case. Starting with performance, the standard turbocharged Hornet GT is expected to continue offering a spirited driving experience. But reports suggest Dodge has tuned the engine for a noticeable bump in horsepower and torque compared to the outgoing model. That means quicker acceleration, more confident passing power on the highway, and a driving experience that finally lives up to the Dodge badge on the hood. Then there's the Hornet RT, the plug-in hybrid version, which is rumored to remain the performance flagship of the lineup. With its combined gas-electric powertrain, expect strong off-the-line acceleration thanks to instant electric torque, paired with a total power output that keeps it competitive with some genuinely quick compact performance SUVs. If Dodge does deliver improved electric range, this could also mean lower daily running costs for owners who primarily drive around town. Now let's talk pricing, because this is a make-or-break factor for a lot of buyers. The current Hornet lineup starts in the low $30,000 range for the GT, climbing up toward the mid-40s for a well-equipped RT. For 2027, expect a modest price increase given the added technology and design updates, but Dodge is likely to keep the Hornet positioned as an accessible entry point into performance SUV ownership, rather than pushing it upmarket. So how does this stack up against the competition? The Hornet's most direct rivals include the Alfa Romeo Tonale, given their shared platform roots, along with the Chevrolet Trailblazer RS, the Ford Bronco Sport, and even the Volkswagen Taos when it comes to pricing overlap. Where the Hornet has always tried to differentiate itself is driving dynamics. Dodge wants this to be the compact SUV you buy when you actually enjoy driving, not just commuting. If these 2027 updates deliver what's being rumored, sharper handling, more power, better hybrid efficiency, and a bolder design, the Hornet could finally close the gap with class leaders like the Honda CR-V and Toyota, Cruise in terms of overall appeal, while still offering something those SUVs simply don't: genuine performance credentials. Of course, the real question is whether American buyers are ready to give the Hornet a second look after its rocky start. Dodge is clearly betting on it, and based on everything we've covered so far, this redesign looks like more than just a facelift. It looks like a genuine reset. It's time to reveal the real reason Dodge is doubling down on the Hornet for 2027, because this isn't just about one SUV, it's about the entire future of the brand. Dodge has made no secret of the fact that it's navigating a major transition. The Charger and Challenger have gone through massive changes. Muscle car sales have shifted, and the brand has had to rethink what performance means in a world moving toward electrification. The Hornet actually plays a bigger role in that strategy than most people realize. Think about it this way. The Hornet is Dodge's proof of concept. It's the vehicle that shows whether Dodge can successfully blend everyday practicality with genuine performance, and whether hybrid technology can carry that performance identity forward. If the 2027 updates land the way Dodge is hoping, the Hornet becomes the blueprint for how future Dodge SUVs and crossovers could be built. Practical, efficient, but still fun to drive. There's also the reality of where the market is heading. American buyers have been shifting away from traditional muscle cars and toward SUVs and crossovers for years now. Dodge knows this. Instead of fighting that trend, the Hornet is Dodge's way of meeting customers where they already are, while still giving them a taste of that performance DNA the brand built its reputation on. And let's not overlook the competitive pressure here. With rivals constantly updating their compact SUVs, Dodge simply can't afford to let the Hornet stagnate. This 2027 refresh is as much a defensive move as it is an offensive one, protecting Dodge's foothold in a segment that keeps getting more crowded every single year. So, is the 2027 Dodge Hornet really going to change everything, like we teased at the start of this video? Based on everything we've covered and the bolder design, the reworked chassis, the expected performance gains, the improved hybrid efficiency, and its strategic role in Dodge's future lineup, this Hornet has a real shot at rewriting the narrative around this SUV. It won't erase the rocky start the Hornet had, but it does show that Dodge is serious about fixing what didn't work and building on what did. For a brand fighting to stay relevant in a rapidly changing market, that kind of commitment matters. So here's the real question for you. After everything we've broken down today, do you think the 2027 Dodge Hornet finally earns its spot as a legitimate performance SUV? Or is this still just Dodge playing catch-up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which trim you'd actually consider. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed to Cars Review so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.